Hey guys, welcome back to another review. Before I start the video, I just want to say my family is home. They're watching this TV show right now. It's like a Vietnamese version of The Bachelor, and some of them are cooking. So if it sounds like if there's some weird noise in the background, it's the TV show. If it sounds like a fucking earthquake, it's them cooking. Yes. When Asian people cook, it sounds like that. And if my voice sounds a little weird in this video, that's because I have a little bit of a cold. Just this morning, actually woke up with like a sore throat. So I feel like now my voice is fine, but like if it turns out weird in the video, I apologize. Because it's like right now, spring in Minnesota doesn't start until, I want to say, May. Like spring doesn't, like the warm weather doesn't come to us fully until May. We got to like around 50s, 40, 50s degrees for like 2 weeks, and then it dropped back to 30. I think it's supposed to be like, what, 30, like around 30, 35 next week. So it's weird. We don't get, here in Minnesota, we don't get warm weather. There you go, that's the noise again. But anyway, the warm weathers, it doesn't really come to us like fully, until around May. So it's always like cold. Like, since I live under the basement, I always have like blanket or ropes, or like recently, like almost all of my video I wear like the blue ropes or this blanket. But all that aside, let's talk about Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay. Remember when I did a reaction to the trailer and like, in the trailer said, oh, this movie is rated R, and I kind of laugh about it a little bit, like, oh, just trying to be, R rating, they're trying to be, like, edgy, kind of like how Batman v Superman, the Ultimate Cut was supposedly a rated R, but it's like, you got one use of the F word, and, like, everything else, it doesn't really, like, R rating worthy. So I was like, like, maybe they're just trying too hard. But then I watched the movie, and, oh my god, this movie, it's rated R, alright. So to summarize the story, basically Amanda Waller got the Task Force X together to help her find this item. This very mystical, sort of magical items that I did not expect from Suicide Squad movie. But it's not that integral to the plot. Like the movie is not a fantasy or so much of a sci-fi movie. It's not about the item, it's about the group and about their mission trying to find that item, and drama and all the awesome stuff that we see throughout the movie. What that items is not very important. The journey to get that item is. Now, to call this movie a Suicide Squad movie is a bit of a stretch, because what it is it's a Deadshot movie. Like, Deadshot is the main character of this story, and the Suicide Squad is just like the side characters, and I mean, they have their moments. Each character get like a couple of scenes to shine, but overall it's a Deadshot story. And what this movie is an awesome animated feature. I mean, you haven't seen this good of a movie from the DC animation, the Warner Brothers animation, for a while. Like, to be honest, I've been very disappointed with some of the recent entries to the DC animated universe. They're not like bad. Like, well, there's one really bad, the Batman and Harley Quinn. But then you get like Batman, Gotham by Gaslight. It's not horrible, but it's not quite up there with what they've done in the past. And then you get like a whole bunch of Teen Titan movies for absolutely no reason. And a lot of focus on Damian Wayne, which I don't like. I don't like that character at all. The writing for him is just so bad. But we're not here to talk about it. And my expectation was kind of low. Like, I was a bit skeptical. The trailer didn't impress me all that much. But my god, this movie is just awesome. Like, it knew what it has to be, and it was just that. Like, it doesn't try to be something more. It doesn't try to do too much. It tried to do enough. And the movie was good, was awesome. I really like almost all the characters in this movie, especially the Suicide Squad themselves. Maybe except for Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn was a bit of a disappointment. She was good. I think, did Tara Strong did the voice for Harley Quinn? I think she did. It sounds like her. So the voice acting was on point. It's just like the writing for the character is a bit weak. she was just kind of there to she killed a couple of people, got some cool moments, I guess. But you know, overall, she's just there to crack some jokes, which are not that funny to me, to be honest. But maybe that's her character to say something that is funny to her, but not to us. But yeah, I found her character to be very disappointing. But you know, everybody else in the squad, you know, from Deathshot was really cool. Bronze Tiger, I've never been like a big fan of Bronze Tiger, but he was pretty awesome in this movie. Killer Frost, freaking badass. Who else? I really like Copperhead in this movie. Like, I mean, like he was in the Justice League animated series. I was never like a fan of him. I mean, he's alright, I guess, but like I really like him in this movie. The movie is directed by Sam Liu, who directed, I want to say, 90% of, you know, DC animated movies, especially like the more recent one. And you know, this guy, even though some of his movies aren't the best, but the action is always on point. Like, and the action in this movie, my God, is violence, it's fun, and it's just, you know, from the shootout, hand-to-hand combat, just everything in this movie is so much fun, so awesome. And if you're one of those people who think this movie is going to be a standalone movie, it's not. It's kind of is, but it is also a soft sequel to an earlier DC animated movie, which I won't spoil because it was such a good twist. Did not see that coming at all, so good job whoever wrote the story. But when the twist happened, and you know the Suicide Squad movie turned out to be a sequel, a kind of like a soft sequel to one of DC earlier animated feature, I was like, oh my God, wow, that is very cool. That is very very comic booky, very sci-fi. I don't know if that's even a word, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, it's one of those things where, you know, if you put it on a big screen, it would not work at all. But you know, this movie, because it has a very specific audience, which is a, you know, hardcore DC fan, it's just gonna, like, the moment it happens, just click with you right away, and you're like, oh my God, that's awesome. For us DC fans, it's really awesome. I want to say, like, around the second act, a lot of characters, you know, showing up, and it's really cool. You know, for a comic book fan, it's really cool to see, you know, comic book reference and, you know, characters, you know, being portrayed on the, not the big screen, but, you know, a screen. But I feel like from a storytelling point of view, there's just so many characters to like juggle, and I feel like that middle chunk, even though it's really fun, but you know, there's just so many characters, and you just like it got a bit confusing, got a bit convoluted, but it didn't really hurt the movie. It just got, you know, as an audience, you just kind of go like, wait, who's who, and you know, why is he there? Why, you know, it's got a bit convoluted, but it's still a really fun ride. I had a blast watching this movie. I feel like this is a right step, a step to the right direction for DC animated movie. And you know, if you're a big DC fan, I definitely recommend this movie. It is a return to form, if you will. And for that reason, I'm gonna give Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay an 8 out of 10. I know they've recently announced the death of Superman. Like, I saw the preview, I didn't do a reaction to it, but I saw the sneak peek, the 6-minute sneak peek. And at first I was like, I don't know how to feel about it, but then after seeing this movie and just how good it is, now I'm very excited for, you know, future DC animated movie. Which is a good thing, because back then I really looked forward to, you know, all the animation that DC's, you know, like do. But for a while, it's been so mediocre, you know, but now they really back to their you know, their form and their root with this Suicide Squad flick. And you know, I honestly, I cannot wait to see what they do next for the death of Superman, which we have seen before, if I'm correct. Yeah, we've seen that animated movie before, but this time the Justice League will be more involved, and like a different look for Doomsday. So, and we got Batman Ninjas coming. Hers pretty good. Anyway, guys, if you have seen Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay, let me know in the comment section how you feel about the movie. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And what's your all-time favorite DC animated feature? For me personally, Flashpoint. Yeah, Justice League Flashpoint, or Under the Red Hood. Yeah, those are pretty good. What else? Justice League Doom is also pretty good. Crisis on Two Earths I like that too. But yeah, in the comment section, your favorite, or maybe top five DC animated feature. If you enjoy my review, hit the like button, subscribe to me. You want to see more reviews like this. And with that being said, see you soon.